Good evening, guys. Dana here from Prestige Dog Grooming School and the Everyday Pet Groomer. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. My kids were just taking a bit to get to bed, so we'll wait for a few people to join here and then we'll get started. So anyways, I'm just going to get a few things ready until we get some people coming on. Okay, we're going to get started here in a couple minutes. We'll just wait for a few people to join us. So, hi guys, how are you? As you guys are coming on, just drop a comment where you're from. Hi Kimberly, how are you? Let us know where you're from. Hey Carmen, let us know where you're from. Hi Diane. I would love to know where you guys are watching from. We've got a huge group of people from all over the world, so drop in the comments where you guys are from. And get your questions ready because I'm going to answer as many questions as I can tonight. New York, I wonder, is it as cold as it is here? Australia, nice to see you. It's minus, we're in Celsius here in Canada, and it is minus 45 out. It is literally so bitterly cold. Missouri, I think it's pretty cold in Missouri too, isn't it? I'm not sure. Denmark, wow. Hi Tina, nice to meet you. It's a W.I. Wisconsin, Cassie. I'm sorry. I don't know. Or Oregon. Now in Oregon. I hope that's correct. I don't know all the states. So, Crossville, Tennessee. Nice. I hope, is your name Lai or Lee? I'm not sure. So, hopefully I say your names right. I'm sorry. It's wet and cold, but not that cold. 40s. Fahrenheit, obviously. Oh, it's minus 45 Celsius here. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. I hope so. I'm using data because my parents were at my parents' house for Christmas holidays, and I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Hey, Beck, as you guys are joining on the live, just drop your location, where you're from, so we can just kind of get to know each other a little bit. Perfect. Thanks, Kimberly. Oregon, USA, and Wisconsin. Yay, it totally did fail. Yay, thanks, Cassie. And Cassie, just a little shout out. Thank you for all your shout outs recently. I have noticed, and I really, really appreciate it. A lot of you guys are super awesome supporters, so I really can't say thank you enough. I know it's been a while since I've been around, but I'm back and here to stay. Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne, if you guys don't know, is one of my previous students. She's got a lovely little shop in Lacombe, Alberta, Canada, and she's just rocking it. So I've shared a couple posts from her work lately because I'm always following her page. So Australia, we got lots of Aussie girls on here. Girls and guys, I hope. Some great tips on trimming ears because I'm grooming for over 30 years and still stink at trimming ears. I'm right there with you, Kimberly. So I hope you grabbed the freebie online course for my favorite ear trim. It really is, to me, the easiest way to trim ears. It's effective every single time. So I hope you grabbed that freebie, Kimberly, because it was a life-changing thing for me. You know, the funny thing is where I discovered that technique was, you know, those horrible doodle breeder grooming cards that groomers post about all the time that we're all like, oh my gosh, it's like hacked away doodle that, and don't trim this and don't trim that, cards that are sent from the breeder or given to the people to bring to their groomer. It was on one of those cards that I saw that was brought to me, and anyways, I kind of bougied up the technique a little bit myself, but that's actually where that technique came from, which is the funny thing. So I thought that was pretty funny that I actually learned something from that. Little Smoky, Alberta. Welcome, Carolyn. Looking for an electric tub that raises up small dogs so I'm not bent over. Sherry, I'm all about my electric tubs. However, I will let you know that the electric tubs, Kimberly, All the links are going to be dropped below. My business partner will be dropping links in the comments. So in the mini courses link is you can just go in. You don't have to purchase anything. You do have to fill out the cart, but it will give you immediate access to the free course that I'm giving away for Christmas, which is my Scissoring Ears Perfect Every Time. And that mini course has that awesome technique in it, so you will love that. So I will talk more about that as we're waiting for people to come on. Sherry, getting back to you in the electric tubs. I do have electric tubs in every single one of my salons. I have about 3 different brands. I'll find out the brands for you guys. I really didn't pay attention when I was buying them. But I have the same problem with all 3 of my electric tubs, which is drainage. You have to bring them all the way up for them to drain because, so with small dogs, this isn't really a problem because they all have a platform in them, so whatever. But when you're doing big dogs, especially doodles that are taking forever to rinse out, it tends to start backflowing and starts to fill up. So you got them kind of standing in 2 inches of soapy water. And then you got to kind of raise the whole tub up, keep rinsing their feet until it drains properly. So that's the only issue with the electric tubs. But if you're just using them for small dogs, it really is awesome. I like to try and keep everything as easy on my body as possible because I want to do this for a long time. So what's the best video bundle to buy, faces or speed grooming? You can get all 3 of the faces made easy, scissoring made simple, and speed grooming online courses that are all immediate access and lifetime access. You can get them all for $219 USD. Again, those links will be dropped in the comments. I will talk a little bit about that stuff, but I did come on to answer questions and stuff tonight, but we will have those links posted in the comments, so feel free to go there. I agree the electric tubs are great for small dogs, but not for a small and large. A regular standard stainless steel tub works better. Yeah, because the drainage, it's just the drainage. I've tried multiple different plumbers. We've tried to solve this problem. I'm determined to invent something. You guys know I've dropped my new equipment line, Prestige Elite. We're just starting with a few hand tools, but we do plan to work into the electric tubs. We've got a few prototypes on the go now and tables. Cannot say when that stuff will be out, probably a year to 2 years, because I want to solve these problems. So who knows how long that's going to take me. So, but yeah, if I can figure out an electric tub where the drainage problem's fixed, I'll put it out there. My business partner's dropping comments in and links in the comments as you guys go. So when we're talking about any of my products or my online courses, then you guys just check the comments. He's dropping all those in there on this live feed as we go. I agree, and my boyfriend is going to go to fix everything. He just couldn't figure out, so I returned it and got my own stainless steel tub. Yes, I know, it's really frustrating. I've had so many different plumbers, even really creative ones, try and figure this out, because the other problem is that the joints, because it's going up and down, often they snap off, and then you've got water flooded all over the floor. So I don't know. If anybody has solved the electric tub drainage issue, please, for the love of everything, make a YouTube video and post it to us all. So, because the electric tubs are awesome, but I guess you win and lose some, right? So, anyways, we got lots of people on now, so why don't we get right into it? I wanted to come on, and we used to do this on Saturday evenings. Are you going to have any 6-inch shears? Yes, 6-inch shears could be an option. I don't know if when you order, support@doggroomingschool.com is the email for ordering the equipment. Right now they're an 8-inch, but I could order them in a 6-inch. So if you wanted them in a 6-inch, just shoot me an email to support@doggroomingschool.com and we could switch your order to a 6-inch. So if you want a custom length, I think that's probably possible. I'm not going to 100% promise it, but if I can't, I could always refund your order and cancel it if that was the only length you want. So perhaps just send me a private message and we can deal with that way. Just so people know what everybody's talking about, there's a few posts in this group that are about my new Prestige Elite grooming equipment, which we've been working on for over a year. In my most recent live feeds the last 2 weeks, I've been using the equipment so you guys can see, and I will be doing lots of live feeds, not maybe 1 or 2 this week with dogs. I'm not sure. It depends if I feel like going into the salon or not. But starting next week, I'm back at the salon full time, so you'll see me almost every day demonstrating stuff on live feeds for you guys. And then the online courses that I've created for you guys for this Boxing Day Christmas launch, I've just decided to drop what I really felt was meeting the most needs for everyone. So everything I do and has been inspired has always come from the challenges that I've faced as an everyday pet groomer, and that I face every day, and that I see my girls and guys that work for me facing, what I've seen my students go through. So I'm a problem solving type of person. I like to solve problems. So that's kind of where I come from, and that's kind of what happened with the everyday pet groomer. I just felt like what happened with the everyday pet groomer, how this came to be, is that when I started to compete in the competition ring, a lot of the girls like to pick the tables that are closest to the judges, because then the judges watch you, and you can kind of get a couple extra points that way. I always did the opposite and picked the tables closest to the crowd. So what happened is that people just started to talk to me, and I kind of like to talk to people. So anyways, what happened after I started competing is I would just start to get hundreds of messages from girls and guys all over the place, just wanting help with general problems. Before that, I only taught green students. My school, Prestige Dog Grooming School, was totally focused on, and still is, teaching students and certifying them to go into the grooming industry. But I mean, I knew that I had issues and that I problem solved, but I didn't realize how many people were struggling. So, and that was such a need. So that's where the everyday pet groomer came from, is that I wanted a safe place where people of all levels of grooming, you guys, we have to respect that, in a little tiny hodunk town in somewhere Alberta is not going to have the same level quality as a bougie shop in New York City. And that's okay. But we need to have resources and techniques and education that's available to everyone, for everyone. So a lot of times when we go to these big grooming competitions, we've got very specific, for example, you can go to a seminar to learn how to groom a beautiful show coat Bichon Frise. Okay. Really cool, right? And I've paid for these seminars. I love them, and this is in no way a criticism of those seminars. But it's really hard to take those techniques, and then you're looking at this matted, tangled disaster that's got an underbite and a snaggletooth on this side and twisted legs, and you're like, okay, so how am I supposed to take those techniques and... yeah, how's this supposed to go? So, you know what I mean? So, as everyday pet groomers, we just face different things. Let me quickly go through your comments here. How do I get access to the mini courses I purchased? I'm anxious to watch. You should have received an email directly after purchase that gives you your login credentials. Check your junk box. If you have any issues, just message me, but in your junk box, check. But you should have a direct email right after purchase that sends you your login credentials to our online course platform. So it's immediate access. You don't have to wait for those. The equipment is pre-order, so there is a wait on those, but the courses are ready to go. Just jump in there. Oh, Cassie, I'm just going to read your comment out. It pains me when people in your group don't know that it's yours and ask for education offerings, which you post constantly, etc., which is why I try tagging you when I can. Your videos have helped so much. I'm definitely just an average pet groomer, and people choose me for other reasons than technical skill, but I love improving daily. I love that comment. I'll tell you guys my little bit of my life story. I started out, I didn't even own a dog growing up, okay? And then I had a severe anxiety disorder in high school, to the point that they actually removed me from school and I went to homeschooling. And as a last ditch effort to try and help me overcome these severe depression and anxiety issues, my parents bought me a dog, this little white dog. She's still alive today. Her name is Susie. She's almost to be 19 in January, so she's an old girl. Anyways, and I just one day I went to the grooming shop on the corner and watched some girls. They wouldn't let me do anything, but they let me sweep hair. Watched them groom, and I just decided that I could do this. And there was no YouTube at this time. There was one video on YouTube about grooming at this time. I went to Chapters, hilarious, right? Looking for grooming. I had no idea where to go for education. And still like this, there's no education options. So I went out trying to look. There was no grooming schools in my area at the time. I just went and bought some clippers and just started 10 blading dogs all over the place. It was really horrible. I know. I have no pictures, but people came to me anyways because it was my personality. So I'm right there with you, Cassie. It's not always your technical abilities. People in the pet industry, this is a very unique industry because our skill level sets you apart, but it's your personality and your love for the animals and the people that actually keeps you and gets you customers. So you really have to have a blend for both. I know a lot of groomers claim that, oh, I'm in this industry because I don't like people. That's a funny joke that we always say, right? All of us do. You know, I don't really like people, so that's why I became a dog groomer. And that's true to a degree, but honestly, it's convincing those people that you are the best choice for their beloved fur baby. And COVID has only exploded the grooming industry. So having those people skills is actually kind of important. And I was able to do that. And just being genuine, honestly, just being honest and genuine really gains a lot of people. So I really like that comment. So yeah, check your emails if you're missing anything. I wish I still had the fire in me because I feel like I am living vicariously through you, Kimberly. Kimberly, I feel you, and I have had periods of time in my life where the fire wasn't there for dog grooming. Anytime that's happened to me, I have, my brother's staring at me weird. Say hello to the world of Facebook. Anyways, I have lost the fire too before, for dog grooming, and it's happened to me. The way to get it back is to jump into the education sector. That's my opinion, and to also form some friendships. You need good friends. I just saw Angie Patrician jump on, and that's the kind of friends you need. Angie and I have just become close, and we're just, you know, she's the kind of friend that even if I disappear for 2 weeks, we could just like be like, so where were you? Kind of thing, and just like go back to it. But if you don't have people that understand, this is an industry that no one else is going to understand except for other groomers. So you have to have other groomers involved. So that's just a given, and that's what I would suggest, Kimberly. I started grooming kind of the same way. I was cleaning the kennel in the grooming shop, and it was around Christmas time, and one of the groomers called in sick, and they asked me if I could help fill in, and they just gave you clippers. Watching long enough, let's see what you could do. Wow, Kimberly, go for it. And you know what? That's how a lot of us do. Oh, thanks, Angie. I actually have this giant thing like coming under my skin. It's horrible. I can't wait till this thing arrives and I can get rid of it. Like acne. Whew. It's the masks, guys. I don't know. In Canada, we still have to wear masks everywhere. So I've never had acne in my life until I had to do these masks. Cassie says, hello, brother. He's laughing now. I love you too, Angie. Okay, so let's get right into the live. So here to answer any of you guys' questions about the industry, anything. Let's talk about anything. We're here to have a little heart-to-heart and Christmas time, and let's talk about some of the stuff that we're facing in the grooming industry. If you guys are interested in the mini online courses, and the equipment, those links are posted below. We'll chat for a little while. If those topics come up, I do have the equipment here I can demo in the online courses, so we'll go for that. Angie says she loves me enough to be on Facebook. Thanks, Angie. So questions, guys. What do you want to talk about? For me, I think a lot, just from, tell me if I'm wrong, but what I see a ton of posts about right now is, are people doing price increases in the new year? So shall we start with that topic? I don't know if you guys in your areas, but in Alberta, I think I see this post every single day. Who's doing price increases? Who's doing price increases? So, shall we start with that topic? This is you guys is live. I'm here for you guys. So whatever topics you guys want to talk about. So post any questions, anything. It can be about anything. Just go on there, pop it up. I'll start to answer. I'll start with my opinions about the pricing though, but if you guys want to switch topics, just go for it. Price increases. A lot of the ones I've heard about are, should I post something? Should I, how long should I give my clients notice? That kind of things. The honest truth is, guys, we got to stop running charities and start running businesses, okay? So I know this is really hard to do. We're all empathetic. Most of us are women, and we got an issue with saying no, and you got to turn that nurturing side off. Hey, Jackie. Jackie will have lots to chime in about this. Jackie, I'm just talking about how people are posting everywhere about price increases for the new year, and should I let my clients know, and blah, blah, blah. Just do it. And honestly, in my opinion, you don't do these little $1, $2 increases. Just bam, $10 more, and that's the end of it. That's honestly how I do it. I mean, your cost has gone up a lot. Let's talk about pricing in the industry just to give you guys some numbers. For example, Jackie's been in the industry for 30 years. So Jackie, if you can chime in, how much were dogs being charged like 30 years ago? It was around $45. Now, guys, think about that. 20, 30 years, and most prices have gone up only about $10. But inflation is hundreds, 200% from 30 years ago. So we are so behind the ball on pricing, it's not even funny. So yes, tack those on. Every business is going up. I just went to eat at a restaurant tonight that I haven't eaten at in a while. The prices were all at least $5 more expensive per item. They didn't give me, hey, by the way, our prices went up. No. You just go in there, you eat, you pay. That's the way it is. Shipping costs are through the roof. We're going to see a lot of inflation in this next year. So we got to go along with that. We need to stop running charities and start running businesses. Sorry, I'm just going to see there was a comment about the topic. Dora and Graham comped some pictures. I love so bad. Sorry, I'm going to try and find you guys' questions here. And Kimberly wants to address the doodle craziness. So doodles are my number one dog that we do at the grooming salon. We probably have about 5 or 6 of them a day at least. Lots of times we'll have 10 or more at the salon in Calgary. And also, it's the number one dog I bring in for students to work on, because it's honestly the dogs they're gonna have to groom. And you guys all know, as a newbie groomer, you get thrown everything nobody wants to do, which is basically those 150-pound doodles. So they gotta be ready for that. So doodles, the key to taming doodles, and I actually have a seminar about this. And I also actually have a mini course about doodles as well. I will release that in the new year. The key, and I've got a massive beast of a doodle that gets hand scissored in that course. So, and I show you exactly how I get through serious matting on that thing too. So that mini course is going to be launched in the new year, so keep an eye out for it. But taming the doodle is a massive undertaking. And one of the keys to that is your prep work. And I know a lot of people preach this, but I really can't go back to it enough. Another thing to taming doodles is what products you're using. If you're dumping a bunch of really heavy conditioners and things on that, in my salons, we don't use conditioner. If we use conditioners, it is a spray-in, leave-in at the blow-dry process. We do not use those conditioners. It takes way too much time. It often affects the coat, doesn't allow us to blow dry properly. There's a lot of issues. The right blow dryer is another 1000% key feature to doing doodles. A lot of people are always asking me how I do all these doodles, and I never use anything but a 4-in-1 or a 5-in-1 clipper. I never use A5 clippers. I never have to, because my coat is prepped properly. I actually had a student the other day, she didn't quite get the coat prepped properly. She was just having a heck of a time doing this 3/4 inch teddy bear on this doodle. And so I talked to her a lot and used it as an example. I said, so now you're going to remember this next time you have a doodle, and you're going to remember that you spend your time and effort in the blow dry process. That, trust me, that's where it's got to be with the doodles, is in the blow dry process. And then getting to the topic of pricing along with those doodles, pricing in general, just, we got to stop running charities, ladies, and start running businesses. This is simple math. So I know a lot of us in this grooming industry, we kind of started out, let's face it, the grooming industry is not a regulated industry. So we end up with a lot of people that don't know how to run a business in basic numbers, and we get flooded with clients right away and we don't quite know what to do. And I'm no different. That's exactly how I started out too. But in the end, it's really simple basic numbers. Do the numbers. What does it cost you to groom a dog? With your rent, your products, per hour? Do you have staff? Do you have whatever? Find out what it costs you per hour to keep your doors open and to pay yourself. You got to put your wage in there too. So what does it cost you per hour? I guarantee you it's very close, if not more, than the amount that you're charging per dog. Now, are you even grooming a dog per hour? So here's where you can see the problems are happening. So a lot of people think I'm crazy when I say that we got to be doing $120 per hour. It's not crazy. That's what every trade charges. If you call a plumber, you're at $200 in the hole before they even arrive at your house. There's a reason for that. It's not because they're overcharging. It's because that's the cost of business. So, that's another seminar. I will do a live feed just about that, about how you can get up there. However, my speed grooming mini course has a lot of tips and tricks, and they're the same tips and tricks that I use to get my salons to $120 an hour per employee. So it is possible. I've proven it in my own salons. It was a challenge to figure out how to do that, but it's possible. It is possible. So, but that's a topic we could talk about. Cassie, I think people need to for sure understand the formula to set rates and to not shy from charging appropriately. Other groomers in town does not mean you have to price match. Exactly. We often go to other groomers pages. We've all done it, or we do the calls. We're like, I have a Shih Tzu. I want to get groomed. How much is that? We've all done it. And yeah, that's not a way to gauge your prices. It's simple math. It's simple math. What does it cost you to do business? And then you need to make above and beyond that, and then you need a profit for yourself. You don't get into business as a business owner to be slaving away in there every single day. You provide jobs for other people. You need to be working on getting more contracts and working on other things, not slaving away at a grooming table the whole time. So how do you free up that time for yourself? There will be another seminar coming up soon, and webinar for salon owners coming up, because that's a great one to talk about too. Jackie says, Walmart never ever tells me when or why they are increasing prices. And that's true. What businesses give you price increase warnings? Nowhere. We have to stop being afraid of our customers. They need us. Groomers are in extremely high demand, not the other way around. So we have to start adopting the approach that it's a privilege to have your dog come to you, not that we're privileged to have them as a client, right? So we have to start changing the script, right? Angie, have you noticed that owners are moving to wanting more private grooming settings or single one dog at a time grooming? It's a mixture for me. I do see that still, but I don't see it any more or less than I have in the past. I think that home groomers are more valued now than they ever were. I feel like 15 years ago, it was still a little bit like you groom in your home kind of thing. Whereas I feel like that's become more normal now. However, I still think the big shops do just fine and just well. And I haven't had any issues with that at my current salon. So I would say it depends. It could be different city to city, but for me, I don't notice a difference. However, I do notice that the home groomers are more accepted now than they were before. And if you're going to be grooming one dog at a time, you need to be charging for that. Again, money. If you're not overlapping appointments, how are you going to do that $120 an hour? It's not possible unless you're charging that much. But that's how much value you have there. So I know we talk a lot about pricing, and it's a scary thing to do, but it's got to be done. Lai, I'm sorry, do you say your name Lai or Lee? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. We have someone in town doing doodles for $55. Oh, goodness. Well, and I would just let them have it. I mean, good luck to you. Have fun with that. Jackie says, It's 20, 30 years ago, $35 a dog, 50 for a husky. But I mean, most places are not doing more than $50 to $60 a husky in a lot of cases still. Like, and think of inflation. This is insane. Like, our grooming products cost us 10 times more, 100 times more than they did 20, 30 years ago. Angie says, when I first started grooming 20 years ago, a full groom, I charged $35. But think about that, guys. 35, and I would say the average is around 55. Let's talk in Shih Tzus. So the average is still only 55 after 20 years. And our inflation's gone up at least 200%. So you got to be close to $90, $95, $100 for a Shih Tzu to be with the times. You see what I mean? So we got to get that price up. Kellyanne, and guys, as you're coming, if you wouldn't mind clicking the share button, share this live into other groups. We really, really appreciate it and helpful. And as you guys are coming on, let us know where you're from. We've got girls from Australia. We got girls from all over the place in here right now. So I just love to see where you guys are from. It helps me plan for our products and things like that. By the way, all of the clippers and products do come with adapters. So they're going to be worldwide shipping and able to use in any electrical situation. 16 years, Kellyanne, and small dogs costed $40. And now 16 years later, there's still lots of us grooming for $45. It's crazy. Nat, how about the appearance of your shop? I'm a home groomer with a shop in my garage. I just repainted, added a chandelier and crown molding. I think it's really important that the shop look good. Absolutely. What is my opinion? Yes. And the key to my success, I've had a lot of home shops. In fact, the majority of my shops have been home, although I've had brick and mortar ones as well, and all mine are brick and mortar now. But my Prestige Dog Grooming School only just moved out of my garage this summer. So we were still teaching in my I renovated my entire garage as a grooming shop. And we made it nice, white on the walls, extra lighting, nice front desk area, separate bathing and drying room, separate grooming room. Loved it. Only have to walk a few feet to my shop every single day for work. But image is super important. I have a lot of people show up at my house and be like, and then they open up like, oh, okay, this is not so bad. It doesn't matter where you are as long as you make it look nice. That image is important. The way you dress and carry yourself, whether we like it or not, it's a reflection on us. So we need to make sure that that's there. You're going to have a lot easier time dictating those prices to a customer when they walk in. They see it's clean, they see it's fresh, they see the image there, and they're like, okay, this is different, and then you don't have to convince them as much with your quality of work that, you don't have to be, of course we want the best quality possible, but you don't have to be begging, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely all about the image is important. Jackie says, groomers should have a yearly price range at the same time. Customers will get used to it. So that's definitely a way to do it, where you could just be like, every January prices get raised by $3. I actually bought a shop that did that. Every single September, there's a price increase of $3. So that's just a given. Just so you guys know, my business partner will be dropping links to the products and to our online grooming courses made just for everyday pet groomers in the comments. So if you want to check those out, that's there. And those are great Boxing Day deals. Let me see. And please share, guys. Invite your friends. We're going to be having these little fireside chats a lot. So I know, right, Kimberly? It's Jackie's been in the course, so she's a great supporter, and thank you for that shout out, Jackie. Cassie, stop doing doodles so well and they won't come to you. That's another way to do it. I just scare them with the price, honestly. If I get doodles that I just don't want to deal with, because there are some that are just terrifying coats that you're just like, ugh. And this is the chat I had with my student the other day. I said, so now you see what the situation is. Like, because honestly, the amount of work this doodle was unreal. My poor student was just at a breaking point of like, I'm going to die and lose it with this dog. And she just wanted to cry, like the poor thing. So I just like went over there and we had a little chat together and just said, look, like this is the situation. There's not much you could have done. I mean, we're talking about the kind of mats where it's like almost too matted to keep, but maybe we try saving it kind of situation. I'm like, now you know. And this is where what I do with my doodle owners. I straight up, I don't deal with this. Like, and I don't know if Chelsea Waddell's on here, but she's got a really nice shop in Edmonton, and I love her policies. It's just straight up, it's matted, it's coming off. Honestly, that's where we need to go. I love to save coat too, and I'm known as a dematting wizard around here, but honestly, my opinions have changed. It just has to stop. This is not our job to upkeep these dogs. We didn't choose to breed these things. We didn't choose to buy them for $5,000. And I'm a doodle supporter, so I'm not like criticizing, because a ton of my clients are doodle breeders, but the breeders are so reasonable compared to their clients. Like, I have no issues with any of our doodle breeders. We work with some of the biggest doodle breeders in Western Canada, several of them that provide dogs for the school. And we never have issues. If there's a tangle or an issue, they're just like, you know what, you do it, you gotta be done. We're fine with whatever. And they'll bring them every 2 weeks. They look after them. It's amazing. But their clients, oh goodness, you guys all know what I'm talking about. So with the doodles, I simply do one step, which is just, if you got the owner that's like, I absolutely don't want it shaved. We get those all the time. Now, just like, you know what I'll do is I'll bath it, I'll dry it, and then I'll call you with the options. Sometimes it's best just to get them out of the shop, avoid a confrontation. And sometimes, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, it's easier. I'm not a confrontation type person, so I'd rather deal with it on the phone. So I call them, be like, so I've got Fifi here in the tub. I've blow dried. I've done what I can. Here's the options. And I just lay them out. So I'll just be like, I can demat. I think she'll be able to maybe tolerate it, but it's not going to be pleasant for her. Be real. It's not pleasant for the dog at all, even if it's minor dematting. But that's definitely going to cost you. It's going to, and go with a price, like a big one. I usually start $250 and up. So I'm like, it's going to be about $250 and up. I'm going to have to leave her till the end of the day, because I'm not going to not honor my other appointments for the day. So I'm also going to be working overtime. So that's going to cost you. So I'll usually do that. And already they'll start, oh, well, and then I go straight to the next one. I don't even give them a word to get in, and just go, or we could start over, she's blown out enough. I think I could get a 4-blade through. She'll be a little bit fuzzy. We can start over. We can bring her in for bath and tidies, and we can fix the situation. And that's going to cost you this, which I still make it a little bit more expensive than my normal kennel cut price, because I'm still going through mats, and I still bathed and blow dried all that coat. So I need to be compensated for that. And then I just use the power of silence. Just go silent and be like, so just let me know what you want to do. And then they'll usually, I don't want her shaved. I definitely don't want her shaved. And well, how long do you think it's gonna take? Do you think it's gonna be more than 250? I just like, well, it starts at 250, and it's however long it takes me. And I just leave it open-ended. Just be like, and they just like, well, I don't want her shaved. Be like, just let me know what you want me to do. It's just like a car mechanic calling you and telling you, I'm sorry, but you need these parts and these parts. This car's not roadworthy without this and this. And it's going to be $2,000. We don't get angry at them. They're just the messenger. So you can't be afraid of your clients. Don't be afraid of them. Just use the power of silence. I just wait silently. And eventually they come on and they're like, okay. So then they'll just tell you. Usually 99% of the time, they're going to go with the option of let's shave it off for cheaper, which is perfect for me, because then I can keep up my schedule, still make some extra money, and good to go. It's just the best way. Sometimes I'll get the odd one that will choose to demat. Okay, fine. I will one time, and then the next time if it happens again, next time I know not to give them that option, and then I just won't give them that option. But at least I got paid for my time and my work, so. Angie, groomers should be raising their prices 5 to 15% every year to account for price increases. Exactly. This is inflation, guys. It's not a charity, it's a business. So raise them. Kimberly, anti-conditioner, me too. There's very few conditioners I would use that actually help other than spray and leave-ins. Angie can tell you guys about EnviroGroom. I buy EnviroGroom from her. They've got a great leave-in spray that doesn't weight the coat down and does help with blow drying. That's where I go to, and their shampoos are fabulous. You need a shampoo that doesn't strip that coat and make it damaged, right? So that's important. That's where a lot of groomers are coming in with conditioners, because they're using coat stripping shampoos, and then the coat's getting fried, and then they're trying to use conditioner to cover that, but you've increased your bathing process by a ton by doing that. I find it difficult to, Taff, I'm reading your comment. I find it difficult to actually charge my cancellation fee. Do you have any advice for me and clients to take this seriously? I loved going to an online booking system. I don't know if Mogo Lily's on here, but I use Mogo. That's Moego. Mogo Lily is the owner on here. I don't know. They're usually on here. But I found a booking system that automatically does all that for me. Lifesaver. Then again, confrontations I don't have to deal with. And I honestly deal with most clients via text and email now. I try to avoid the phone as much as possible. Everything in writing is a beautiful thing. And then it's confrontations I don't have to deal with. So I honestly, that's how I deal with it, because I have the same problem as you. I'm just as empathetic and just as pathetic at like being serious about things with customers. Sometimes it's hard, and don't remember that these customers are very, very good at making you feel guilty and bad about things. Like, especially the really hardcore ones. Remember, they do this to everybody. They're well practiced at this. So, we tend to be the perfect victims. So don't be a victim anymore. If you want, get a booking system that just automatically charges them. Require them to have a credit card on file when they book the appointment, and there you go, done. So, and you'll be surprised when you get strict. It'll feel like you're losing a bunch of customers at first, but then you will see a huge difference, and you'll actually be less stressed, make more money. It's a strange way, but it works. Ask Jackie. She did the same thing as me. One year we just kind of had enough, and we just started to, nope, these are the rules, these are the policies, everybody go. You just get to a breaking point. And honestly, life is so much better. So I know it's scary, but go for it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. They pay $3,500 plus for a doodle, and why are we afraid to charge what our time is worth? Exactly. So, those breeders aren't worried about the price they're charging. Why are we worried about our prices? We really, it's a serious problem. We've not stopped talking about the same problem for 20 some years in the grooming industry. It's time for change, ladies. You're 100% correct with your figure, your cost. We are making very little profit, if any, Kimberly. In a lot of cases, people are actually in the hole if they do the math, which is terrifying. Kimberly's going to bed. Thank you. Thanks, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. The groomer I take Timmy to charges $120 per hour. She gives me a deal doing it for $80. Timmy takes her 2 hours. Wow. That's what she's charging her worth. That's what it is. What if you are truly a slower type of groomer? Shanika, this is really difficult. And this is why we really need educational options. And some of us are slower, but there are some tips and tricks that you don't have to be a Speedy Gonzalez to increase your speed and efficiency. Again, in my mini course that's released, again, the links are in the comments here. My business partner's dropping them. If you guys need a link, just say I need a link and he'll make sure you get the link. But speed grooming, I'm telling you, there are a few tips and tricks, a little bit with the scheduling, a little bit with a few techniques of grooming that will change everything for you. I'm telling you. And I know I shared in the live this morning about one of the girls in this group that I just gave these tips and tricks to just verbally over Facebook. And within 1 week, she'd already doubled her paychecks. So I'm telling you, these tips and tricks really do work. And 3 months later, she had the keys to her own grooming salon. So they really do work. And you don't have to be faster to do that. Sometimes it's the strangest things, I'm telling you, because I know I teach groomers. I've taught green groomers for over 10 years. So it's not what you think that makes you faster. So that's what I'll say. The more you charge, the higher quality your clientele, which is true. One-on-one has an appeal. I do that, but clients aren't willing to pay more for the experience. Exactly, Cassie. So my question to you, and this is not at all critical, but then why do you offer that experience if they don't want to pay for it? And I'm right there with you, because I get clients that want the same thing, and I just straight up say to them, I do several appointments at a time. I don't even give them a reason. That's how our salon operates. And you know what? I've had very few people leave. They don't leave. They still come. I'm like, or I've got clients, like at my grooming shop, I rarely do dogs on my own anymore. Like my staff do them and I just kind of do finishing stuff. So a lot of times I get clients, oh, we just want you to do our dog. I'm like, well, my staff are trained by me and very capable. I will see little Tommy today at some point and I'll love to see him. And I just don't give them, I just straight up honesty, guys, is usually the way to go. It's a scary at first, but trust me, once you do it, you'll be like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Because I know one-on-one has an appeal to customers, but we got to start being realistic. I mean, you got to start caring about you and your bottom line. We're all about the dogs, and the customers. But what about you? What about your life? What about your family? What about the food on your table? I mean, you got life and problems too that matter. We raised, this is Shell, we raised prices 10% across the board. Excellent way to do it. And don't be afraid to raise those prices. Ontario, Canada is where Nat's from. 100% agree. Nat, I feel that saving the matted coat spoils the clients and they always expect it. 100% agree. So you got to be really careful with saving those matted coats that you are charging for that. It's the way to go. Oh my, I need some price encouragement. I'm such a weenie with this bite, encouraging other groomers to, I know it's so hard, Cassie, I'm right there with you. Like, it really was a challenge for me over 15 years to get the balls to actually like, bam, increase prices and just do it. It actually is easier to just have high prices right at like my shop that I just opened in Calgary, Calgary campus for Prestige Dog Grooming Schools, also a grooming shop, Royal Groomers. And it actually was so much easier just to start out with high prices than it is to raise them later. So I know I've done the raising when you already have a shop. It's really tough. You do get angry customers. I like to just do a script that I just put under my desk, which is just my general answers, because a lot of times when you're faced with confrontation, if you're like me, your mind just goes blank and you're like, oh, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, then you just all discount them and done. So I prefer to just have my script to be like, the price is the price. We haven't done price increases in a long time. You got COVID to blame it on right now. Blame everything on COVID like everyone else. Sorry, COVID times. Like that literally could be your answer for everything right now. Don't be afraid. Try it and then see how it goes. How about the Chris Christensen shampoo line? Do you have experience with it? Yes, I really like Chris Christensen, and my dean of the school, Sue O'Brien, she might pop on here at some point. Prestige, she is a Chris Christensen worshiper. She loves Chris Christensen everything, and it's just for me. I'm always trying to find what's the best quality for the cost, because we're everyday pet groomers. We can't always afford these things, especially if we're trying to work getting our prices up and everything. So what's going to give me the best bang for my buck? It doesn't destroy the coat. I don't have to have multiple products. So that's my thought process when I'm choosing a product. So that's why I go with the EnviroGroom products. You can get those from LA Sharpening through Angie Patrician. She's been commenting on here. Maybe she'll drop us a link that you can order. You can find LA Sharpening on Facebook though and order through there. Thank you. Thanks, Angie from Nebraska. I appreciate your support. Cassie, my personal beliefs are to provide low stress. I am fear-free certified, but I can't only take a client every 1.5 hours, especially because I have a shorter day being a mom. Still thinking on this. Cassie, right there with you. Mom of 4 here. I'm definitely a fear-free, force-free type of a groomer as well. I really believe in energy, in connecting with your fellow man, let alone your dogs. This is a huge belief of mine, and I will do a live feed on this specifically. I really believe in that connection and that we can do amazing things with that connection. For me, it literally saved my life with my anxiety disorder that I had as a teenager. The dog grooming industry is beloved to me for changing my life that way. So I know where you're coming from. It's difficult. And I would just, my suggestion to you would be, with those shorter days, is you got to bring those prices up. But also some of those speed grooming tips are gonna help you out as well. Jackie issues with 101 shows up 2, 3, 4th client no show, 5th client shows up exactly. So gotta do that. My night, Jackie. What shampoo do you recommend? Cassie, I recommend, this is Cassie with a K. I recommend the EnviroGroom line. And I like to go with the, I think it's Deep Clean. And it's a 50-to-1 shampoo mixture. And or Stampede by Lob or Lobby, however you say it, it's 100-to-1. But those ones, they clean well. All natural ingredients, no perfumes or dyes, and so they're soft on my hands and everything, but they really get the cleaning, and you can use them on any type of coat types, and it enhances the colors naturally, so it's a go-to for everything. Sarah brought on a junior groomer in the spring that started, has a bather with me, then she did your course, and it has been the best thing for myself, my family, and business. Having a second person to help take the workload is awesome. Sarah, thank you for that review. Our courses, our main courses especially, I'm assuming you're talking about our certification course. It was designed to be a lifetime assistant guide. So when any of my courses are designed this way, even the mini courses, I design them for people like me, what I would have wanted, and which is a companion. So every single course is designed so that you can pull up those tutorials on your cell phone, on a tablet, right at your grooming table, and follow along step by step. Everything is filmed from the groomer's point of view. So my business partner can tell you how difficult it is for us to get this video footage. This is not an easy process, guys. This isn't just set up a camera and film. This takes, that certification course was 2 years of filming and editing. So 2 years project. To cover everything, and we're actually redoing that certification course now, refilming it. So just to get the angles and the shots to be the view that you would see if you were the groomer, you would not believe how difficult this is. I'll get a picture for you guys sometimes of the pretzeling we have to do to get these. So sometimes, I got like arms over me with the camera right in front of my face so that, so you guys get the view that I would see. And I'm looking around this camera, scissoring like off to the side somewhere, or sometimes I'm looking at the camera, watching myself scissor through the camera, not actually it's crazy. It's crazy to get these, but I really believe in that view that you guys need to see what is happening. That I fundamentally believe in that. So that is why we film that way. And that's what I need. I'm a visual learner. I think that most groomers are visual learners. So that's people that always say you can't learn grooming online. I really, really would like to challenge that idea, because I really do believe that you can. It just needs to be done in the right way. Explain the right way, a step-by-step method, so it's not guesswork. Everything I do in grooming and teaching for all these years, I've developed methods. So step by step by step, follow the next step that leads into the next step. Again, there's a free course that I'm offering for Christmas. The link is dropped in the comments here. I'll drop them again in the comments and edit the top of the post. It's also pinned to the top of this group. Go grab your free course. Then you'll get an idea of my teaching style. And that's scissoring the perfect ear every time. So gives you an idea of that step-by-step method in the way we film. Gives you a little bit of an idea, but you can always check out my YouTube channel too, The Everyday Pet Groomer, and see my live feeds and get a little bit of an idea. The live feeds are not studio filmed, so it's a little bit different, and they're obviously a bit faster and not edited, but all my courses are filmed similarly, but closer up and even better views and better lighting, and they're all edited and voiced over so that it's really, really clear. But they're designed so you can pull up a tutorial and do it that way. Let me actually just pull you guys up into, here's the back end of our course builder. Let me pull up some of these courses that we're talking about here. So, for example, let me find, here's our breed specific. We have a breed specific faces course. Let me pull this one up for you guys. So let's go preview it from a student's point of view. Let me just turn the sound off. So we might have that come up. So when you come into the course, this is what you're going to see. Any of my courses, you're going to come right in. And we actually start off with the miniature schnauzer in this one. So let's go to scissoring the eyebrows, for example. So, but look how I take you through the steps in order. So as long as you just follow step by step, and again, you can pull this up on your video device. So you can pull it up on your cell phone or on your tablet, and you can just come in. And I take you right through the process. I always start with my ears, then I go to my head clipping, then we go to eye corners and between the brows. Then we're coming to our eyebrow scissoring. Do you see that? How I bring you step by step, and I do that through each of these breeds. But this is just an example course, but all my courses are built this way. So I'm not going to have the sound on, but you guys can get an idea of how these courses look from a student point of view. And again, everything's been designed for you guys. So coming in here, just our little blurb at the beginning, and I voice this over. I'm just going to speed up here. And so you can see where we film, and I show you exactly everything. And these are actually voiced over with my voice. I'll just turn on the sound here for a moment. And you want to set your shears level with that cheek. Just set them level, straight up and down. Even the brow hair, we're just going to scissor a straight up. So you guys can see how that's done, and then how everything's filmed from the view that you would see it as the groomer. Okay, so I actually scissor things a little bit awkwardly so that you guys can get the view. Okay, so all the courses are designed that way. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what our courses are like. So all the mini courses I've released for Christmas are faces made easy. So it's my exact step-by-step method that you can use for short little faces or for even full hand scissored faces. So there's 4 different face tutorials in there going through all of those. So you can see that the same step-by-step method you can use over and over and over for any of your grooms. So that's our faces made easy. Then I take you to scissoring made simple, which is my step-by-step method to scissoring perfect legs and feet fast and easy every time. Again, speed grooming is not about being a more efficient groomer, and even a high quality groomer is honestly has nothing to do with how fast you do everything. It's that you know exactly where you're going, exactly what's next, and there's no guesswork. So when you're grooming this week, really think about it. You're actually kind of like, what should I do next? Yada, yada. Should never be like that. You should know exactly where you're going, exact roadmap. When you have that, trust me, your time will be cut in half. It's amazing. So, the old membership, Nat, if anybody that has membership issues from the old membership, just message me. I will be dealing with that over the next month. But the new membership is being built. So the new membership, I'm hoping will be ready for spring. So I will talk about the membership. I don't want to get people confused between the two right now, but the membership is going to come back. It's going to be on an app, and it's going to be far, far bigger library. It's just, we're really trying to make it perfect this time. So we've learned a lot from that other launch, and I appreciate all the supporters. So anybody having issues, just message me. I've got some people that are now hired to help me deal with those things because I can't keep up with everything. So but these mini courses, so faces made easy, scissoring made simple, all my step-by-step methods exactly filmed like I just showed you, and then speed grooming. Those are the 3 courses. You can get the bundle of all 3 for $219 USD in their immediate access and lifetime access. So again, and they're made to be a companion to you in real time. I'll show you how this video is going. So we've just gotten to the fully scissored eyebrow here, and I'm showed you exactly how to do that the whole step of the way. So this is from our breed specific course, which is offered on one of those landing pages too. So you can see the eyebrow there where we ended up, and then we move on to the next brow. So just an idea of where we take you in those courses. And also we've released our equipment line, Prestige Elite. It is a pre-order sale, so it is going to be a wait time, but let me just pull up that stuff while I got you guys here. We have our, let me find the clipper for you. Okay, so this is the Prestige Elite 4-in-1 cordless clipper. It is 5 speeds. I want to show you guys the shape. It's really nice and small. It's very light. It's actually lighter than the Wall Bravura. So I wanted to design something very light and very easy to hold in your hand, especially when you want to hold it down, especially for those small-handed groomers. It is a 4-in-1, not a 5-in-1. Here's the setting change, so you can see the blade changing there. It's 4 settings. And so it has a 40, 15, 10, and a 9. And here's the on button. You can hear how quiet it is. And it has a digital LED display, so it shows you the battery life there, and it also shows you the RPMs that you're running at right now. So I've got it at 6,000 RPMs right now, but I can go up to 7,000 RPMs. Which, by the way, the Wall Bravura runs at 5,000 RPMs, so this one is 2,000 RPMs more powerful, but you can switch it down to that 5,000 RPMs if you want. So there's it at, 5,500 RPMs. Okay, and you can see the battery life. Let me show you guys that. So nice. There's that. You can hear it's on right now. So you can hear how quiet it is. It's low vibration. And it's just a really beautiful shape. So that is and the beautiful thing about this clipper is, let me turn this off for a second, is that it fits the Wall 5-in-1 guard combs. So you don't have to buy more guard combs. It fits your current Wall 5-in-1 guard combs, fit on this clipper. So we also have our own blade line. Oops, let me flip that over. Prestige Elite. So those are Prestige Elite blades. Our blades come in, you can buy them singularly or in packs of 10. Currently you have to buy them through me in my landing pages, but they will be available on Amazon Prime very soon. So you can order them from anywhere in the world, just on your Amazon Prime account. So that is the clippers. They are a lithium-ion battery that runs for 5 hours. So that's another huge plus, is that you can definitely do a full day's work with this thing. So that's really, really nice. And it also has a copper motor, so it's definitely got some durability to it. And it's also balanced. So you can see it's balanced. So the reason we made it that way is so that when it falls, you guys all know as everyday pet groomers, some doodle kicks it out of your hand or something. When it falls, it won't land on the blade and break it or on the base. It should land on its side most of the time. But, you know, things can get a little crazy in the grooming salon. Next we have, I never knew the value of combs until I started competing. Before, I still have the same comb I've used for 15 years. Love that comb. Still use that comb. Sometimes I let students use it, but I still love that comb. But after I started competing, I was like, okay, why do people have like 5 combs? So then I started getting different combs, and okay, there legit is a reason for different combs. Let me quickly open this, guys. Just opening my packaging. There is a legit reason for different combs, and I couldn't believe the difference in my scissoring and work and efficiency when I had different combs. So this time I was like, okay, but everyday pet groomers, like some of those combs, like you guys know, like the Utsumis are like $200. I'm like, okay, I can't buy $200 combs and I have like 5 of them. And then also other combs, you know, even the lower range ones are like 40, 50 bucks for a comb. This is Canadian dollars I'm talking about. They can be even more in USD. So I was like, I need it still an everyday comb that can do everything. So that is what we've designed with the Prestige Elite. So this comb, even though it looks generic, it's extremely light, but it's stainless steel, doesn't corrode. So, because I like to use my stuff in the bathtubs and everything too, so I wanted something that didn't corrode. And the thing is, it can do the finest work with those Yorkie, silky Maltese hair, but it can also do the heavy work. Like I use it this way, go right into mats and split them. And I can just rip things out like that so quick and easy and never break off the pins. So it's got that durability so you can do everything. So there's our Prestige Elite stainless steel comb. And the last product we have available, again, all the links for products and my mini courses are in the comments, and they're also pinned to the top of this group. Here I've got a brand new set I've brought down here for you guys. This is the Prestige Elite line of shears. They all come in their own case. There you go. And this set is purple, but they usually come in black. This is, let me pull out one here. This is a set I've just opened. So there's the Prestige Elite line. They're an 8-inch shear short shank, and they are light and balanced, but they're not so light. They still have a good weight to them. I wanted, again, that mid-range that still can do a workhorse work, but still do your fine scissoring as well. They're really, really, really nice. Authentic Japanese steel. The chunker is a medium aggressive chunker. So I wanted, again, something, some of my chunkers I find are just too aggressive, so I can't do finishing work with them. And so many people like to use these for finishing work. So I went for a medium, aggressive chunker, so you can do bulk work, but also still fine scissoring. And the thinner, I went for a thinning shear that can do more fine work, because you have the chunker to do more of your heavy work. But this thinner, again, I'll have you guys notice that the thinner and the chunker are full 8 inches, just like the curved and the straight shear. I hate when I get a set and I pull up my thinner and it's like that long. You're like, really? And especially if you're using a thinner for full body work and legs and stuff, you want that length on there. So this is a really nice thinner. Comes with, does the finest of finest work. I wanted a more fine thinner because often we're getting these really aggressive thinners that are almost like a chunker. And I wanted something that could do beautiful eye corners, really nice fine scissor work. And so that's what we've got. And then we've got our curved shear here. The curved shear is not a super curve, but neither is it just a regular curve. As you can see, it legit has a very good curve on it. It's not a super curve, but it has a very, very nice curve on it. So that is our Prestige Elite line here. And again, comes with the carry case. You can look at all this stuff in the comments. The links are in the comments. The set of everything, the clippers, which by the way come with 5 replacement blades and adapters so that anywhere in the world you can use them. The clippers, the shears, and the comb with those 5 replacement blades are $2.99 USD right now on a pre-order sale. They will never be that price again, but that is our pre-order price. So go ahead and snap those up. All the mini courses, Faces Made Easy, Scissoring Made Simple, and Speed Grooming are on for $2.19. Scissoring the Perfect Ear Every Time is a free gift to you guys. You just go in and claim it on the link that's provided in the comments, and you've got that course for free. So go ahead and get that course. I hope that you love those techniques as much as my prior students have. And yeah, so do we have other questions or things we want to talk about before we end this live tonight? Yes, Cassie with a case said, I wanted to get the free one, but it says you have to put the credit card in. There's no way for me on our processors to do it for without having to put your information into the cart. So yes, you do have to put your information into the cart. It won't charge you anything, but you do have to put it in there for the cart process. There was no other way for me to build it. I did try, but that's the way it goes. So if you want that freebie, you do have to fill out the card information, but then you do get immediate access. You will get an email, so check your junk folder, that gives you your login credentials to go view your course right away. And again, it's lifetime access. Now that you've launched the new courses, has the old monthly membership been canceled? It has not been canceled yet. It is still live. If you have issues or want to cancel, just message me. I know, I think it was Kathleen Ford has had some issues on my account. It's canceled, but on the other end, so if you've got issues, just message me. I do have some people that are helping me out now because I just can't keep up with everything. And I'm not tech savvy at all, so it's a real struggle on my end for me. So just bear with me, and thank you for the patience. Would that 5-in-1 be good for cats? Yes, it's good for cats. If Jackie chimes in, she's gone to bed, but if Jackie chimes in, she actually tested the clipper on cats for me. So it does work really well on cats as well. A comb holder that fits my comb, Cassie. That's a great idea. My business partner, we will talk about that one. So I will tag him under your comments so we can figure that one out. He's the genius with finding stuff, so I will see where we can find that. Just curious how you do all this. Mom, educator, groomer, etc. Super impressed and proud. Thank you, Cassie, with the C. It's really tough. I've got an amazing family support system. I never planned to be a single mother. I mean, none of us plan these things, but it happens. And but you couldn't do it without fabulous family support. So That's a huge part of it. And then I've got some really amazing staff, and from my business partner to, our IT team to our dean of the school. There's just some special people, you guys. This is what this group's about. Is I know there's a lot of bad in the world, but there's still a lot of good in the world too. And I try to find those people and just like cling on to them. So find those special people in your life and really value them, because it's becoming more rare to find those people that you can really talk to and really trust. And I hope you guys feel like you can come here and talk and trust and be real here. That's what I want for everyone. So it's tough some days, but 4 kids and multiple locations of businesses, it's a lot. And I know I can get behind on things, and I know I've been absent in the group for almost 8 months now, but I have been working hard in the background, and I knew that when I came back I was going to come back hardcore. So you'll see a lot of me now. So I'm happy to be back, because I really have missed you guys. I've always enjoyed talking with everyone and getting back to your messages. If I've missed your messages over the last while, I'm so sorry. I don't run my social media platforms or even my Facebook page all the time. So sometimes if my staff don't know how to answer, or it's more personal touch that needs to be answered by me, I really try to get to everything, but it's bear with me. It's a difficult thing for me to get to. The messages are the thing I'm the worst at, because my phone gets blown up every day. My email accounts are blown up, and then Facebook and Instagram, and it's a hard thing to keep up with. Hello, we cannot select more than one product at the same time. Why? Diane, what card is that? I will get my business partner on that. It shouldn't be doing that to you. You should be able to select more than one at a time. So I'm not sure why it's doing that to you. I will try and find out why, and we'll get you some links that work. Let us know what products you were trying to buy, and we will get you direct links that work. Sarah, thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm really happy that you've enjoyed the course for your staff and for your shop. We've really tried to design the course for multi-uses, which one of them was for shop training. So even in my salons, I use the course to train my staff. So it's really important to stick with really synchronized techniques and straight techniques across the board if you want consistency in your salons. So it really is a great resource for training staff. And I know all of us, I hear that's another thing. I've listened to you guys in the industry, and a lot of you said we just don't have time to train somebody, but we need a groomer. So these online courses, I really believe that you can learn online if it's filmed and done in the right way. So this is a way you can hold your staff accountable. If you don't have time to show them that miniature schnauzer face, you'd be like, you pull that tutorial up on your course and you do it, girl. Like, you can do that. So that's how our course is designed. So if you've got a grooming shop and you've got girls, just grab a tablet, grab one of our certification courses, which that course is on sale as well right now for 500 USD off. So it's regularly 2,500 USD on for 2,000 USD, and that's a full certification course right through to the 4 fundamental breed trims. So you can always just have your staff pull up that course on a tablet and be like, look, you need to figure out this poodle face and this top knot. I don't got time to help you. Follow this tutorial step by step and get on with it. So really, we've designed this for multi-uses because of all the challenges I've faced. As an everyday pet groomer, I write these challenges down. I'm like, okay, let's find a way to solve this. I was right there with you, where I can't have time to train staff. It's impossible when you're running a full-blown grooming shop. So I hear you. Is there any other questions before we shut this thing down for the night? I know it's super late in some places of the world, and I'm getting tired myself. So any other questions for me before we go? And I really enjoyed this. I've really, really, really missed coming on and talking with you guys. Please, anybody that's messaged me, you have no idea how much your messages mean to me. I really, really appreciate them. It's hard to do this work and sometimes to be like, am I on the right path? Am I meeting people's needs? I really care about you guys, and I really care to help. That's my whole motivation. Like, Cassie asked me how I do this. My motivation comes from wanting to help. I've been there. I've been where I'm like beating my head against a wall. Like, why do I do this every day? I've been there. So I'm like, once I discovered some ways that change things for me, I just want to share that with you guys. So, and I know what it's like, especially in COVID times, to feel very isolated and alone. And I just want to, Diane, it is available. The links are in the comments, so you can check it out. They should be posted near the top in the comments, and I will post all the links as soon as I'm done as well. Thank you, Cassie with a K. I really appreciate that. I just feel like we need to come together as groomers, as a community. I know a lot of groups are really harsh and people are just nasty and attack each other. There's just no need for that in my world. And this place, I promise, is a safe place. And you guys know that. If anybody has even commented something nasty, they are booted from this group faster than white on rice. So as soon as someone's tagged mean or an admin, there's no talking to them like, oh, play nice, no. This is not a kid's playground. This is adult world now, and those people are gone. We don't want them in this community. There's plenty of other groomers groups where you can go trash each other. This place is for community support, no matter where you are on your journey in the dog grooming world. There are dog owners in this group that want to learn to groom their own dogs. We need to support them. Not everybody has the money. Let's support them in finding the right tools, the right education, and doing this right rather than, injuring their dog at home. Why do we have to criticize? Let's just help each other. So, wherever you're at, we're all here to support each other. And we have 14,000 people in this group that agree. So that proves that there's lots of people that still want that positivity, that still want that light in the world. Like I said, there's a lot of bad in the world, and sometimes it's overwhelming, but this group is living proof that there's lots of us out there that want that rock of stability, that community, that's something special. So I'm glad if I'm a little part of that journey for some people. So I hope any other questions, any other comments? I think we're about ready to wrap up. Thank you for everyone that's joined me tonight. We'll do another one of these next week, probably. I'll try to give you guys a little bit more notice. If you wouldn't mind sharing this live in any of your other grooming groups, I would really, really appreciate it. Facebook has some crazy settings, so if I share too many times, my account gets shut down. So I would just appreciate if you guys could share this in some of your groups. And if you have friends in the grooming world that would value some of my products or some of the courses, I would appreciate that. It helps me know what things you guys need and what you want, because everything that I create, I think that I'm in tune with what everyday pet groomers need, but needs change. So I'm here to produce things that actually work for the everyday pet groomer. I think they're a group of people that have been ignored for a very long time, and we tend to the grooming industry tends to cater towards those really, really top echelon groomers, the top 1%, but there's all of us doing all the workload that still have all these matted disasters and things. Like what's there for us, and that's what I'm trying to create, something for that. We all don't have money to go buy a $2,000 shear, and you don't need a $2,000 shear to do everyday pet groomer work or to have a quality of equipment that works for you. So I'm trying to create a line of things that's for the everyday pet groomer that can do the bulk work, but it's still got that quality there, so you get the quality for your money. So because I know what it's like, I really do. So when does the sale end? Cassie with a K ends. The sale was going to end tomorrow. It's done massively well, so I really appreciate everyone that has purchased and supported. Please share if you have the opportunity to. I'd appreciate that. And I haven't decided whether we're going to extend the sale or not. I want to double check with our manufacturers that they can handle more production, because we want to keep everything smooth for everybody. So long as we can, then we will extend the sale longer. So I can't promise we will yet, but tomorrow I'll announce whether or not we're going to extend the sale. But for now, the sales end tomorrow at midnight. So grab them while you can. The links again are in these comments, and I will put them in the post at the top as well once this live's done. Thank you everyone again, and I hope this was as informal for you and informational as it was for me. I appreciate the support, and especially for those that have been in the group since the beginning. It's special to me, and I really appreciate everyone that's been giving me shout outs lately in different groups and posting the Everyday Pet Groomer YouTube channel and everything. It really means a lot. You guys' comments, really, you're the ones that give me the motivation to be like, okay, I can do this. This is real. This is what people need. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everyone that's in this group making it beautiful, because it's not me anymore. It's all you wonderful people. So really, really special. And I've actually made some really special friends from this group that I've never met, but via the Facebook world, it's a crazy new world. You can meet people that are really special that you've never ever met in real life. So it's a really neat world we live in. So I think we're good. Any other questions before we end this thing? Just let me know. I'm here. Feel free to message me anytime. I will do my best to get back to you. And I think that's it for tonight. So you guys have a wonderful evening. And for those of you that it's morning, have a wonderful day and happy holidays. And we will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.